This tip is about how to run a call blitz. Now, I personally think that sprinkling phone calls throughout the day, drastic waste of time. Can't learn anything there, you can't get any momentum, and these days it's a fool's errand. Where I know phone works is when you're focused. And I call them power hours, okay? So for an hour, I'm just gonna make calls. I'm not gonna do a phone call, do some research, write an email, make another phone call. Again, I can't gain any momentum that way. So for an hour, I'm just gonna make cold calls. And I'm gonna be hyper efficient and effective with that. Now, a key to that power hour, most sales reps, when they do a call blitz, they just bring their list of clients, okay? And it's anybody and everybody, right? So it's CIOs, CFOs, VPs of this, and all sorts of different industries. And look, when you have a whole bunch of different industries, a whole bunch of different personas, you're forced to be generic in that call blitz. You're forced to say stuff like, tell me about your business. You're forced to say stuff like, hey, what are your priorities, and give a generic elevator pitch. Because I don't know about you, I am not good enough on the fly to have a relevant, good conversation with a VP of sales in the SaaS industry, a director of IT in the manufacturing industry, and a CFO in the healthcare industry. I'm just not that bright. So instead of taking anybody and everybody, you want to focus on a singular persona, ideally in an industry. So VPs of sales and SaaS, CFOs in manufacturing, whatever that is. Because what you can do with that is you can do a little bit of homework to figure out, CFOs, manufacturing, priorities, challenges, 2020, whatever, right? Read a few articles, come up with a message, right? That is relevant at least to CFOs in manufacturing. Then come up with 2 or 3 questions that are relevant to them that you might be able to ask to get the conversation going. And then maybe even have a case study or a story to tell that's relevant to them based on the personas that you're calling into in that industry. Now, I usually do about a half-hour prep or 45-minute prep for a 1-hour call blitz where I get my names, I get my messaging down, I'm all ready to go. And then for that hour, all I'm doing is making calls. I'm not, like I said, doing research. I'm just, hey, the reason for my call today is we show CFOs in manufacturing how to rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And look, the first few phone calls are going to be a little rough. They always are. But that 3rd, 4th, 5th call, if you're calling into the same persona with the same message, you're going to get better and better and better. And every time you get someone on the phone, you're going to be able to parlay that to the next call and get better and better and have a lot more momentum, and you can learn something. Because now, with that approach, you can usually get about 20, 25 dials done in an hour, and that's even with some decent conversations. Then afterwards, that's when you send all your information because you can be very efficient with that. So now you do that for an hour in the morning, and then in the afternoon, you do the same thing, and you go after the same persona, but with a different message, so you can test to see which one works better. Now, if you do that, right, a lot of people talk about 50 dials a day, for instance, and how hard that is to hit. And I agree with you. If you sprinkle 50 dials throughout the day, it is really hard to hit that number. But if I do a power hour and I do 25 dials in this hour and 25 dials in an hour, I can be pretty damn efficient with that if I do the prep work. So now with about half-hour prep, half-hour follow-up on both of those, 2 hours, that's 4 hours of the day. The rest of the day, I can do whatever I want with it, and I've hit my numbers, and I've learned something, and I've been efficient, and I got momentum. So that's how to run a call blitz. Make it happen.